Mark and Paulette, the two travelers in Mexico, coming to you from our rooftop, unscripted and unprofessional as always. But that's how we roll. Today, we are going to talk about the generosity we've been shown by quite a few of our Mexican friends. It's just, in some ways it's almost overwhelming. And I'll give you an example. After I had my prostate surgery, a lot of people had come by and left different sorts of, chocolates and
Costanza
stuff.
chocolates.
Costanza chocolate, yeah. Which is very
What
good,
else?
by the way.
Some pastries.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of friends stopped by to change our
water jug,
however big that is, 5-gallon or less.
19 liter, yeah.
19-liter water jugs, because I can't do it.
And I wasn't allowed to lift much weight yet. So,
and then a lot of them also said, like they would WhatsApp us saying, how's everything going? How's Mark doing? Do you need anything? Let us know, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And a lot of our U.S. friends also were very helpful too, and anything that we needed, they said to reach out to them and stuff like that. So that was great too.
Yeah. And so just thinking about all the chocolates and stuff, pastries that were brought by, I'm kind of going into a sugar coma now as we speak.
Snap out of it. Snap out of it, Philip Hallie. Come on.
Oh.
Come on.
Did I drool on my shirt or anything while I was out of it?
What did you think of the Costanza chocolate?
I liked it. It was pretty good.
See, I'm not, I don't know. I like Ghirardelli.
Yeah. You woke me up out of my dream, though, when you said snap out of it.
Then what were you dreaming about? More chocolate?
Well, yeah, swimming in an ocean of chocolate.
I'm thinking about that one. Swimming in an ocean of chocolate would be pretty thick.
Yeah.
You could drown easily.
No, I think if it's thicker, you'd stay afloat.
I don't
the
know.
salt,
It'd be like quicksand.
Swimming in like the Salt Lake or something. Anyway, we're old. We drifted off. Sorry about that. Back to Mexican generosity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we get it all the time, and this is the funny thing, is that when we're walking around on streets and stuff, Mexicans always say, buen dia, buenas noches.
I would
buenas
say
tardes.
90% of the time. Yep.
But we were talking to some of our Mexican friends about that, and he said, it must be because you're from another country, because we really don't get that here. But then again, these Mexican friends, they were the ones that were like really kind and generous towards us. I mean, we've been invited to different places and stuff, and Paulette's told the story about we stopped at a laundromat once when we were first in San Luis, and a guy invited us over for dinner with his family.
Right, just taking our laundry in there.
Yeah, I mean, who does that? No one in the U.S. That's isn't going to happen.
Yeah, well, if it does, it's rare.
Yeah.
I mean, it might happen.
Yeah, that's what we just wanted to express today, is that it's, in a way, it's almost overwhelming how much generosity we've been shown, by our American friends, and especially by our Mexican friends too. Everyone,
right
after my surgery, stepped up to at least ask if we needed help. And,
if we needed anything.
Right, and when we did need help, they responded. And it wasn't an empty promise. They absolutely responded to that, to which we were both very grateful.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Like, I would get messages on WhatsApp asking how Mark was doing and stuff like that, because they didn't want to bother him if he was sleeping or something like that. So I would get most of the messages, and just having people stop by to visit for 10 minutes or something like that, just to talk to him and see how he was feeling and stuff like that. That was really nice. So this video is actually just showing the generosity from our Mexican friends. Our American friends have been great, but that's not what this topic is actually about. It's just the generosity and the kindness that we've received, especially when he had his surgery.
And at the time, they really barely even knew us. You know, if you think about it. They didn't really know us that well, but they all stepped up. I mean, we've been invited to people's houses, parties, things like that. We've had them over here, our Mexican friends, and had a great time.
Barking dogs.
Barking dogs, yeah, the sounds of Mexico.
But yeah, like Mark was saying, our Mexican friends were saying, well, that doesn't happen to us. You know, people don't always greet us when they see us, and their feeling was because we're gringos that they kind of reach out more or are nicer to us or something like that than your regular Mexican walking down the street would get from another Mexican walking down the street. I don't know. That's their perspective.
Right. And we live in an area that there frankly aren't a lot of expats here.
No, there's not. I think there's Kathleen and Jeff and us.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But
there might be somebody else that I haven't bumped into yet, because we do a lot of walking. We walk the dogs a lot, Fiona and Brindle. And I actually have not seen any, honestly. Have you?
No.
I'm trying to think about it.
And we're out and about quite a bit now, just walking the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, we go for walks right now with Mama and the puppies. You know, we don't go much places at all, and if we do, it's for a short period of time. But yeah, I don't think I've actually seen any gringos up here, but Kathleen and Jeff.
Yeah. And even walking in Centro Historico, you don't really see many gringos.
That's
it's
true.
always surprising to us when we hear English being spoken, because it almost never happens.
Right. Although there are companies up here too. There's BMW, you know, from Germany.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they must keep to themselves. And there's other company. I think Honeywell is one.
Yeah. But those companies, they like to keep all their employees in a certain area, certain standard of living. They live
That's true.
way out.
BMW keeps their employees in a golf course
community.
Golf course community. So if your BMWs are expensive, you know why.
Yeah. So.
Barking dogs. So sorry about that.
So,
and I don't have my sunglasses on today, so I feel like I'm squinting.
Yeah.
Which I probably am, but.
Isn't she looking good today, all dressed up and fancy and everything? Here I am in a t-shirt and Levi's.
Well, you dressed yourself.
And it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So we just really wanted to express how grateful we feel for the generosity of our friends and the generosity of all of our new Mexican friends that have just stepped up to help us.
That's it. All right. From the two travelers in Mexico, as always.
What she did.
Bye, guys.
Bye.